An undercover video sting caught a top Exxon Mobil lobbyist bragging about buying off U.S. senators and fighting climate change. This is a disgusting story. This lobbyist is in there. He's giving away all the secrets. The stuff we say is just BS. We say it because it calms the American public down. When they come out and say, we want to help climate change, we say that just to ease the tension. Pick it up from there.
He basically admitted that the company's been engaged not only in climate denial, but this big greenwashing campaign. Telling these undercover Greenpeace operatives that, oh yeah, we always say we want a carbon tax, but we do that because we know it's never going to pass. Yeah, we say we support the Paris Climate Accords, but that's because, we can't do anything about it. We're going to keep doing business as usual. The politicians are not really going to do anything about it. But one of the more disturbing things that this man, was it Keith McCoy, admitted to was the fact that, we've basically paid off enough people on both sides to make sure that whatever we need to get done, we get it done. We're the ones who are fighting all the climate change stuff in the infrastructure bill, the corporate tax increase. We fought that too.
They admit that they were part of these shadowy groups.
Yeah.
They admit that they had infiltrated corporate media to the point by just spreading around money. That's what he was really saying. We give MSNBC money, they don't cover the story. We give ABC money, they don't cover the story. All of this came out, and you know what? We have a list of these folks, the senators. Call these folks and really thank them for not doing their job.
Right. I mean, the Gulf of Mexico was on fire just a couple days ago because a pipeline ruptured beneath the surface. And this Exxon lobbyist is sitting there laughing it up like, oh, we do all these things. Another part of the story, when he talks about, these other groups we work with, one of those groups, and we know because we covered this 15 years ago, was the American Enterprise Institute that was offering $10,000 to any scientist willing to put their name on a paper challenging the well-accepted science of climate change.
They're called bioinstitutes.
Right.
Okay, they're called bioinstitutes. They find some professor, somebody's got credentials, they're into their career. Would you please write this story? Oh, better yet, we'll write it for you. And we will not put our name on it, but you'll write it, and then you'll put it in one of these cover groups, one of these dark cover groups where it doesn't look like it came from us, but we're actually paying for it. And this has been going, this is elaborate. I love that Greenpeace caught them.
Yeah.
Greenpeace did what they needed to do. They knew this guy was a big mouth braggart, talking about how talented he is, talking about how he's pulled the wool over the American public's eyes on things like carbon tax. How about that?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you caught this, but in the discussion about carbon tax, they said we're going to support a carbon tax because they actually knew that it would never pass anyway, right?
That's all part of their greenwashing campaign. So they can say, listen, we're pushing for action on climate change. We're pushing for a carbon tax. It's those darn politicians. By the way, we're not going to mention that we've been paying all of them off, but it's those darn politicians that aren't doing anything about this. We're just a little old company. We're doing the best we can. But we've known all this has taken place for years. It's just now public knowledge.
Keep covering it in your articles. Your articles are great on this.
Thank you.